In 2018, millions of viewers watched a moment that few people could have predicted. A quiet teenage girl walked onto the stage of America's Got Talent, looking nervous and unsure of herself. She spoke softly, appeared uncomfortable in the spotlight, and gave no obvious sign that she was about to deliver one of the most memorable performances in the show's history. That girl was Courtney Hadwin, a young singer from Hartlepool in England who carried a voice far beyond her years. What happened next was not just a television moment, it was a reminder of how powerful genuine talent can be. Her performance shocked the judges, amazed the audience, and introduced the world to a young artist with a rare ability to connect with music in a deeply emotional way, a young artist with a rare musical spirit. Before Courtney became known around the world, she was simply a teenager who loved music. She spent years developing her voice, drawing inspiration from legendary performers who came before her. Artists such as James Brown, Janis Joplin, and Etta James influenced her style and helped shape the powerful energy she brought to the stage. Unlike performers who carefully create a public image from the beginning, Courtney's appeal came from something much more natural. She seemed to disappear into the music, allowing emotion and instinct to guide her performance. Her voice had a raw quality that made people stop and listen. It was not only about technical ability, it was about feeling. That connection is what made her audition unforgettable and showed audiences that extraordinary talent can appear in the most unexpected places. The performance that changed everything overnight. When Courtney stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage, few people knew what to expect. The judges saw a shy young contestant, but within moments of the music beginning, that image completely changed. Her confidence, movement, and powerful vocals transformed the entire atmosphere of the room. The contrast between her nervous introduction and her explosive performance became the reason so many people were fascinated by her. The judges recognized something special, and the audience responded with overwhelming excitement. Her audition quickly spread online, bringing her attention from viewers across the world. For a teenager who had grown up far away from the entertainment industry's biggest stages, the sudden spotlight was enormous. Overnight, Courtney went from being an unknown young singer to someone whose name was recognized internationally. The pressure that comes with sudden fame. While success can create incredible opportunities, sudden attention can also bring challenges, especially for young performers. After her breakthrough, Courtney entered a world filled with expectations, interviews, performances, and constant public interest. Many people wanted to understand who she was, what she would do next, and whether she could continue creating moments as powerful as her original audition. For any young artist, learning to balance personal growth with public expectations can be difficult. Courtney was still discovering her own identity as a musician, while others were already forming ideas about what they wanted her to become. The pressure to maintain a certain image can sometimes overshadow the simple reason many artists begin performing in the first place, the love of music itself, finding her own identity beyond the spotlight. As Courtney continued her journey, she began exploring different sides of herself as an artist. A young performer who becomes famous for one unforgettable moment often faces the challenge of proving that they are more than that single performance. Courtney's story reflects the experience of many musicians who must grow while the world is watching. Over time, she explored songwriting, different sounds, and new creative directions. Instead of only trying to recreate the exact feeling of her famous audition, she worked toward understanding the kind of artist she wanted to become. Growth is a natural part of any creative journey, and Courtney's path showed that talent is not something that stays frozen in one moment. Artists change, develop, and discover new ways to express themselves. The importance of protecting young talent. Courtney's experience also raised broader conversations about how the entertainment industry supports young performers. When a teenager receives worldwide attention, the excitement can sometimes move faster than their ability to adjust. Behind every performance is a real person dealing with emotions, responsibilities, and personal challenges. Young artists need guidance, support, and space to grow without feeling that they must constantly prove themselves. The entertainment world often celebrates extraordinary talent, but it is equally important to remember the human being behind the talent. Courtney's journey encouraged many people to think about the importance of kindness and patience toward performers who are still finding their way. Success should not only be measured by popularity or attention, but also by whether an artist can continue creating while maintaining their happiness and well-being. A journey of growth through change and challenges. Like many artists, Courtney's journey has not been a simple straight path. There have been periods of public attention, creative exploration, and moments away from the spotlight. Growing up while being recognized by millions of people is a unique experience, and every artist handles that process differently. The most important part of Courtney's story is not just what happened during her famous audition, but what happened afterward. She continued learning, creating, and developing as a person. The world first discovered her because of her powerful voice, but her journey represents something deeper, the process of becoming comfortable with who you are. Every artist faces uncertainty, and every person has moments when they must step back, reflect, and decide what truly matters to them. The lasting impact of an unforgettable moment. Years after Courtney's appearance on America's Got Talent, people still return to her audition because it represents something rare. It captures the feeling of discovering a hidden talent at exactly the right moment. The performance reminded audiences that music has the ability to surprise, inspire, and bring people together. It also showed that behind every viral moment is a person with hopes, fears, and dreams. Courtney became memorable not because she fit a traditional image of a performer, but because she was different. Her authenticity connected with people around the world. Even those who had never followed talent competitions found themselves moved by the passion and emotion she brought to the stage. That connection remains one of the strongest parts of her story. What the future may hold for Courtney Hadwin today, Courtney Hadwin's future remains open, and that may be one of the most exciting parts of her journey. She has already achieved something many musicians spend their entire lives hoping for. She made the world stop and pay attention. But her story is not defined by one audition, one competition, or one moment of fame. It is defined by creativity, resilience, and the desire to continue growing as an artist. Whether she chooses a major return to the spotlight or follows a quieter creative path, her talent remains undeniable. The most important thing is that she continues making music in a way that feels authentic to her. Great artists are not created by pressure alone. They are created through passion, experience, and the freedom to evolve. The human story behind the voice that inspired millions. Courtney Hadwin's journey is ultimately about much more than a television performance. It is about a young person discovering a gift, sharing it with the world, and learning how to navigate everything that comes afterward. Her voice introduced millions of people to her talent, but her story reminds us to look beyond the performance and remember the person behind it. The entertainment industry can create incredible opportunities, but it also carries responsibilities toward the artists who enter it. Courtney's journey continues to inspire because it reflects something universal, the challenge of staying true to yourself while the world forms expectations around you. Her unforgettable audition will always be remembered, but the chapters she writes beyond that moment are what truly define her as an artist and as a person.